will, but I'm going to pause. So I'm going to go ahead and start recording, put it on speaker view. So, hi everyone, welcome to today's Q&A, and we'll bring in the boys, girls, and monkey squirrels, whoever's going to come in, and let it unfold. So if you have questions, start raising them now. Click on your raise hand or type it in the chat, and Dana will start doing that. Dana, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay, so in that idea, go ahead and mute everyone, and then unmute me if you would.
Yeah.
And then we'll get started. Because it looks like Jesus is not muted. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I am muted myself.
Okay, good.
All right.
So right off the bat, Hamanji had a question about how the law of attraction works.
Yeah. All right, so let's get him in here, and here we go, guys. See you on the other side. Hey, look at that. It's 11:11. Mm-hmm. And greetings once again to the collective. Big O here. In that idea of the Q&A, welcome. In the idea of yourself during the Q&A, be that. The honesty of the self. Ask questions what you will. Do not hold yourself in contempt of anything that's in your heart. For the heart expression leads to the understanding of the self, truly, every now. Avoidance of your heart only gives you ideas of maintaining your separation of the self, reiterating or revalidating, or let's say accenting your self of lack in that idea. So in the idea of Hermanji answering the question, we shall answer this. How does law of attraction works? In the idea of law of attraction, it was a stepping stone in and of itself. It was an understanding. Can you mute Jesus for us? Dana?
Yeah.
Thank you. So in that idea, law of attraction was an idea of at the framework of humanity, much like Seth, much like Ra, much like the Christ conscience teaching. It is a value system in time, space, time. All evolutionary ideas evolve. Law of attraction was the idea of getting you familiar with what you put out is what you get back. If you're an asshole, you're not going to get asshole-ish stuff. You're going to solidify the idea of staying separated. Not creating reality in a way that's beneficial to the heart is attracting this idea of separation, truly. Allowing and accepting all vibrations as you is attracting all the love that you originally are, that you can never not be, that you just simply forgot that you were. This is the core idea of law of attraction now. Before it had purposes of understanding for the framework of humanity to begin their evolutionary ideas within the construct. First occurrence, the harmonic convergence, 1987. And as that idea came on board and more ideas of outside of ourself were now predominantly in the collective as, let's say, a status quo, it allowed to be so. We have lots of noise, Dana.
Okay.
Damien, Nicholas, someone? So in this idea, this is the meaning now of law of attraction. Be that of yourself, and you attract yourself. Ask yourself this question, all of you. What are you not right now? Truly. So embrace yourself in all facets of the now. Every angle, every view, every now, every light particle that you embrace with your own senses is you. Can never be any other way. And if you start accepting that, you attract all that is to you. And don't fear what is going to come. because that's based off of the known, and you cannot fear the unknown, literally. Impossible. You only can fear the known. Stand by for Sylvester. Hi, guys. Dana, how are you, babe?
Great. How are you doing?
Good.
Good.
I'm going to turn off the TV. Little rock and roll music's getting a little loud. Well, Mark Z's here. Awesome. Thanks all for coming to the great Q&A. Live and in the now. Relevance for right now to us to, let's say, expand ourselves. So in the idea, we have questions. Anyone else got a first question?
Ron is next.
Bring Ron on board.
Hi, Sylvester.
Ron, look at you.
Smiley as ever, right?
Always. Always. What's
So
up?
my question was, how can, as a collective, as well as just myself, as an individual, begin to meet more aspects of myself through the lens of the dimensions? And, what I mean by that is, I know for a fact that angels are nothing more than a higher aspect of myself that bring forth comfort. And I understand that, but I want to understand and want to meet more of that multidimensional self that I am. I want to meet more of those selves.
Yes. Makes perfect sense. Well, first off, don't worry about the collective, okay? The collective is going to take care of itself. Remember, stay in your world, and your world represents what you are as well as all that is, giving others opportunities to shine the light upon themselves. So, the key to get to the other dimensions and other ideas of selves that you are is the imagination. Because right now, the reliability of what you call your senses creates the reality and fortifies it as reality. The imagination is non-physical, yet the imagination is absolutely 100%, never will be anything else, a parallel reality, universe, place to be, period. So whatever your imagination is telling you about angels, you go to there and you talk to them, you be with them, you co-create with them, you have a tea party with them. Now, the idea about your fact about the angels, they're here to comfort us, is a limiting view of what angels really are. Angels are a heck of a lot more. However, angels were given in the idea by humanity to choose what they are. Humanity choose it as a comfortable idea, so it is a now truth in one perspective that angels were first to what? Battle demons. That's where angels were created. You had your archangels and all these different ideas to protect you from this, to protect you from that, to give you the idea of what a lot of the gods did in older days. Fertility angels, protection angels, la-di-da-di, everybody, angels, to fight demons and all that stuff and give you comfort and joy. Yes, but they are more than that. That's the human perspective, one tiny little human perspective within all the context of individuals as human perspective, and the vast array of that is an iota of what they truly are. They are so much more than that. So you can go into that world if you choose, through your imagination and connect, okay? So if you see yourself as an ideal, you're walking along, having some pondering thoughts, driving in your car, shooting the shit with friends, and all of a sudden here comes this little tiny thought and says, Pleiadian. And then you're going, oh, what the hell was that? Hi, Pleiadian. I mean, you just do whatever is in your heart at that moment to start to connect. And we said this idealized before. If you understand the idea of reality is, okay? That's your reality is. And whatever you focus, because you're God, reality becomes more valued and more receptive as reality, real to you, the more frequency time you spend with her. So if you spend more time in the non-physical, more and more and more in the non-physical, your senses of that experience become more honed and skilled because you are God and you give yourself whatever you choose over what you call time, diminishing your belief systems, okay? You will get that experience of being in that world. Although it's not this world that you are reflecting, it's that world, but that world becomes as real as this world. It's a practical. It's an idea of I'm believing this is really real. And then out of nowhere, things that are, let's say, unknown to you start to happen when you're visiting those worlds, literally. Sometimes you'll visit them more and more in your, let's say, lucid idea, your astral projection becoming astral shifting, which is being there. And then you're like, oh, shit, where was I? And you can feel that idea. Also in your dreams, of course. But everything is relationship to reality, as Seth said many, many years ago. When you become familiar with a reality, it becomes your home. And then your home is literally all that is. So if you spend time in what you're not used to, becoming used to it, it becomes just a matter of this. I shift, boom, I'm in that world. I'm in this world. I'm in that world. And it's all done through your imagination because your imagination is creating this world. You're not here creating the world. You're inside of yourself creating the world. Make sense?
No, it makes perfect sense. And just, yeah, it answered everything that I wanted to know.
You're welcome, darling.
Thank you.
So that's it. It's really quite simple. Keep creation idealized. Let's call it simple, because humanity has a habit, and that habit is nothing in life is easy because everyone's been, cramming that down your throat since day one. Life's hard. Marriage is hard. You have to work hard to become successful. And then you get a sense of pride. Fuck that. Okay, we're effortless gods. Okay, we are gods that create. You're not going to make yourself have effort as a creative God because we're effortless. We're creation. We just be all of that we are. It is so simple. But humanity's habit says I have to work at this. I need a system in place to get it. We gave you systems. We gave you thousands of systems. The collective whole chose thousands upon thousands of systems. Your Buddha, Confucius, all the ideas of your religions in and of itself, different mantras, the idea of the Kundalini awakening, all these are permission slips, guys. There's no one way. If it was one way, we would have figured out, okay, if we've been here 16.3 billion years in let's say, combined collapsed timelines, a system would have been discovered. Truly. So there's no one system. It's an individual idea. In the simplest terms is, it's so easy to ascend if you accept all that is, because you are all that is. As long as you reject yourself, you continue your separation of the self from all that is, which is you, literally. So if you want to know anything, just be, love, and allow. Don't work at it. Don't structure it. Don't put goals in place. Don't put ideas and use this information and formulate, because all the information that you're using is interpreted from an idea of a standpoint of lack. Truly. Good deal. Thank you, Ronnie.
All right, next is Jerry.
Oh, Jerry.
Okay. Hi, Sylvester.
Hey, sweetheart. How are you?
Hey, I'm pretty good. Pretty good.
Awesome.
I guess the thing on my mind lately is I've gone through a lot of changes the last 3.5 years. I had sort of a big shift, energetic shift, and I've shed a lot of things. I've released, cleared a lot of things. So I'm at this point where my estranged wife and I, who are still very good friends, we're going to sell our magazine, this business that we have. It's a franchise, and so I got to figure out something. This has been on my mind for a while. I have to figure out something to do. I like. Well, wait. I like to be active. I'm pretty much of an entrepreneur. I work for myself. I guess most of my time on Earth, and okay. I'm not one to walk the earth like Cain and get into adventures and or sit around, smoke pot all day. It just doesn't interest me. I want to create things. I want to.
So in other words, lazy people walk the earth and smoke pot.
Yeah, I mean, I want to work and smoke pot.
There you go. All right.
Work keeps me out of trouble.
There is no trouble, only perceived trouble. Listen, dog, you don't know what to do because you're formulating from an idea of your entrepreneur mind.
Right.
And it doesn't see anything that's plausible. I don't know what to do is the answer. See, the unknown is in the now. It is not in time. All time exists as one thing, past. Futures are probabilities of the past. Everything is now. That's what you formulate with your idea. Your entrepreneurial idea will give you, in that, let's say, driving fashion that you've been raised on, ways to create. And you'll do anything to keep, quote, busy. And it's almost so foreign to you to not do anything, because you only picture what not entrepreneur is. And that's lazy, walking the earth, being a vagabond. But it's not. Because you haven't experienced it. You're sitting in theory land saying this is this and this is this. I've been action, non-action is this. But you don't know what non-action is. Non-action is so much actually going on in the now that you can't see it. But since your mind says I need to be actively busy and focused upon something for some potential outcome, or let's say goal setting, or just to make me feel like I'm fucking worthy, whatever it is in your heart that's saying that is formulating from your theory standpoint that this won't be beneficial for me, so you don't know what to do, so you're seeking what to do. Well, how about this? See what it is to be nothing in the moment. And the idea, let your idea business be sold. What do? It'll come. It's not retirement. It's not building models or starting the garden. Okay, because we're gods, and we're gods that are huge, and we have an inordinate amount of unknowns for you to play with. But they cannot be seen off of the basis of your standpoint of viewing what will be according to what was, in all your definitions within your own individual Jerry world. So if you don't see 5 things, 6 things that are exciting, you know, in your idea, then you won't even take action on those things. You're like, no. It's not this. This would be beneficial. But I don't see any of that. I'm only seeing these things that lead to laziness. But you don't know that. Because theory is nothing. It's an idea of lack. It's a creative moment, sure. But experience tells the truth about the self. Like Ocyphius said. When you get experience, you know yourself. You choose something you would never normally do because down the line it doesn't look positive or it has an outcome. But it's all that is. You're always creating no matter what. You don't know how fucking busy you are because you're only focusing on what you found in your world busyness looks like. And if you're not doing that, then it's not, I'm not entrepreneur, I'm not busy. So you're defining yourself into a category. But you are creating a third density. Right now, you're doing that. You're creating your walls, your computer, your body, your hair, your teeth, the locks upon the door, everything you are creating right now. You're real fucking busy, truly. But it's not tangible to a degree of the status quo of creation as an outcome that perceives I'm a hard worker. And then therefore you feel, but you need to find the unknowns. And within the unknowns lies worlds that you can never have seen. But it takes nows, a practicum. And the practicum is keep choosing your joy now, no matter what it is. No matter what it is. If you're bored, go for a walk. If you're, I don't know, listen to music, pick up an instrument. You know, just do something. Go do something outlandish. Anything. And we're giving you ideas that will be given to you by your higher self in all moments to choose from. Now, the idea about moments, let me give you another thing, guys. Everything, once again, is relevant in your reality. You cannot irrelevant reality, because if you irrelevant reality, that means you're going to separate from the possibilities of what you are, again, defining you in separation, reinforcing your separated self, giving you the reasons to be, I'm not that. Well, you are that. It doesn't matter what you choose, though, but you got to choose. You got to start. Don't theorize. Don't wait for it, because you're telling the mirror to wait. The mirror behind you in your universe is nothing. It's all you. So you can't wait for something to be introduced to you in expectation, because that's limiting based off what should come. If you be now, there's so many relevant realities to choose from. Choose any of them. Don't fear making a mistake, because without you knowing that idea, okay, here's A. I don't like it, but I'm going to do it. I go and I do it, and I was like, well, it really didn't give me that idea of myself. Okay, well, then don't choose it. But now you had an experience of understanding what you're not. But I guarantee you at that A moment, there's another A or a B or a C. There's another choice available. But you can't see way down the road because you're only looking from this standpoint. You can't see C leads to D, and this is a world that you could never get to because you won't journey to it.
Okay.
That's all. Be a free idea of yourself, of the constructs, the mind going, hey, you can't do that, Jerry. That's not good enough. It's not going to lead anywhere for you. You're just going to waste your time. Oh, my God. You guys, you have time. Time is built into the moment. You have so much time. Everything is time.
Roxy, you're echoing.
I know, but I don't think it's me. Yeah, maybe. Now it's gone.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
unmute.
Good, Jerry?
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, Sylvester. Yeah, I mean, I'm following. Shiny things are coming. I follow them.
Keep going. Trust it.
Yeah, and this all seems like it is kind of leading somewhere, but it's kind of the first time I'm operating from a stance of unknown, and
Yeah.
where before I used to plan out. Being a good entrepreneur, you plan everything out. It's like, okay,
Sure.
these are the steps. This is what I got to do, and then it's going to eventually lead me here. And I did have some major control issues, which I've kind of worked through. So now I'm here, and it's like, now what?
Now what? Yeah.
Now what?
Because nothing fits in what you can perceive in time that it would be beneficial. So the question, now what comes? Stay now. That's it.
And I am, and I'm pretty now. I mean, I'm pretty
Good.
now. Yeah. So and I'm happy.
Well, just keep rocking then. Don't worry about the future. It'll unfold in ways that you cannot conceive. But if you put, like an entrepreneur does, plan, then you're only going to get reference points of the plan in and of itself in the outcome. And all reference points of a plan from a structured idea of lack will be lackful, period. You're taking structures to build structures. Unknowns come in ways that you can't imagine. Impossible. There's no way. That's why people always get miracles when they allow the now, and they're like, God, you can't write this shit. You couldn't even think of it. Well, no shit, because it's an unknown. And if you allow the unknown comes, it gives you the ideas in the now of things that just can't be plausible, or the conscious self can't doubt the unknown anymore. And you kind of tip the scales from fearing the unknown to embracing the unknown, because you've had enough nows that solidify in yourself, all right, I'm going to let go, and I'm just going to keep doing this whole unknown thing. Let me just try it a little bit longer, because it's starting to get fucking pretty cool. Okay, it's the process of time, the process of evolution. Make sense?
Yes.
Well, keep rocking your nows, kid. Good job.
Thanks. And then the door's open, I assume.
Of course.
Yeah. Cool.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Go ahead, Dana.
All right, so next we got Johnny, then Bianca, and then Mark Z.
Cool.
Hello.
Hello, Johnny.
I'm glad to be with you guys. Can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you fine.
All right, awesome. So I just want to have some clarification.
Excellent.
Something that I've been pondering about. Now, I know that we are consciousness, there is energy, we can weave into the web of energy because we are energy and consciousness. And
Yes.
now, when I integrate the idea that is very known, which is the mind, body, and soul, how does this fit in? Where is consciousness in that? Where is the will? Where is energy in all those? What are we?
Okay. What you're doing is using the definitions and trying to shed them in one way or the other. Okay? The soul is consciousness. The body is consciousness. The mind is consciousness. You, in and of itself, are consciousness. You create the will. The will is conscience. You are conscious. So there is no, you're looking maybe from a standpoint of evolutionary eyes as a beginning point, where does it all come from? Well, it all comes from the here is now, and the most easiest definable idea that it is comes from the state of being called unconditional love that has no measure. It has no container, okay? All the ideas that humans use as descriptions, definitions of creation are their interpretation of creation. All that is consciousness. However you want to feel good about it. But don't get too detailed about it because truths will change. all truths will change to where you know that your truth is always what it is in the now. And you don't have a second idea, thought about any of your truths. They just keep coming into you, and you keep understanding now and now and now and now. And all these are your nows of truth, of creation. Not truth false any longer. Just your now truth, to where there's no vibration to ever contextualize creation as a truth. But it gives you, from a polarity standpoint, an idea of another bridge, if you will, a permission slipping away. Make sense?
Yes.
So
Awesome.
your consciousness is your headphones. Your consciousness is your, let's say, your nice wall map there, your salt lamp. That's all creation being that for you, giving you that experience, slowing themselves down, which is you, slowing yourself down to create an idea of mass, matter, making it nice and finite to give you the appearance and the reflections of a third density reality, how fucking awesome you are. And that's all conscious.
Thank you.
Make sense?
Yep.
Perfect. Thanks, Tom. Who's up next, Dana?
Bianca, then
Yes.
Mark.
Bianca.
Hi, Roxy.
Hi, baby doll.
Yeah, the issue that I had yesterday kind of resolved itself, so I didn't have that question anymore. But is there anything that I should know that's in my vibration right now that I need to pay attention to?
Well, there's nothing that you should know, because then I would limit you to knowing something that you don't need to know, because you have to start trusting the self of the higher self. Whatever is needed and now will be presented as a thought to be idealized, pondered, understood, questioned, answered, acted upon. So don't worry about the time of your vibration. And what happened in the idea of yesterday, that question that someone offered, you know now the answer. Someone offered you what you would deem as a negative vibration, as something of fear, okay? So that idea played out in your mind to just accept it for what it is, but you're not accepting it as your truth, okay? And that's all that idea was. So now there's nothing that I'm going to tell you that you already don't know as your truth of now. Don't be afraid of fucking this up. Don't be afraid of wasting your time. You got to experience who Bianca is, and the only way to know Bianca is to be Bianca. So trust yourself in the actions. Do I need anything now, or how about right now? No, I'm good right now. Okay, now I want something. Okay, what do I want? This. And you just go, and experience discerns the heart. It tells you, oh man, that's part of me I love. Let's keep playing with that. It's like, fuck, I didn't like what I just did. Fuck, why did I do that? Because that's a belief system. Now I see it. So I actually love what I did, because I'm a new me, and that's an old me, and now I get to choose myself as a new me. Awesome. So that's all it is, babe. Don't get hung up on how you're doing, measurement. As Boba says, we are in an evolutionary idea, and the consistencies of measurement is a habitual idea from humanity to know where they're at all times. You don't need to know where you're at. You're here and now, and that's all there is. So keep being yourself, choosing yourself, and watch yourself evolve. See yourself in evolutionary ideas. Bianca knows that Bianca's not the same Bianca when Bianca met me. When you first start coming to the channeling classes and shoot the shit with us, okay, and started to channel. That Bianca is so different than the Bianca you are now, and you did that by choice, and choice of finding your own truth of you inside, with no homage to the reflection of the mirror for approval. And someone brought their thunder down on you and spoke their truth to you, and you accepted it and says, oh, that's awesome, but it's not me. Have a Coke, have a smile, and as I idealized Boba said yesterday, bye-bye, and that's it. So you're rocking it, Bianca. Just now do me a favor, okay, which is me, you. So I'm going to do myself a favor, and I'm going to keep choosing me as you do. And then you're only going to find one thing, Bianca. Bianca the whole, the eyes. The one that sings to you in the morning, you get up and you're aware. You're like, oh, I'm Bianca. But you're not Bianca. You're the eyes of Bianca, playing a Bianca role right now. But you become and have been so many other ideas. But you always will be aware of what you are. And this is who you are right now. You're always aware. Bianca never goes away. You may change your name 1,000 more times, but Bianca can't go anywhere. The only thing Bianca does is become more of Bianca. And you can call yourself whatever you want. Doesn't matter. You can let creation define you as they choose. Doesn't matter. Because you are aware of I am here and now, always, which is law one, existence. And that will always be. So relax. You got this shit. Make sense, baby?
Yes. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, baby doll. Mwah. Who do we got next? Mark Z?
Yeah, you betcha. And then Anna.
Mark Z, what's up, Marky Poo?
Good morning, buddy. What's up? Good to watch you, observe you, be with you in the now, and watch you teach. It's masterful, unbelievable.
Arrgh.
Yeah.
What do you got for us, Tom?
Years ago, I just remembered this. I had an experience. I was listening to Tom Kenyon. He works with the Hathors.
I know him very well.
Yeah, amazing guy.
Hathors too, of course.
Of course. So I was listening to music in a hot tub from a cassette, if you remember those things. And I had an experience where I was being held by a Hathor. And I wasn't a baby, I was me. And I weigh in at 220 pounds. So it was a big mofo.
Yeah, the Hathors are about anywhere from 12 to 16 feet tall.
Yeah, he was all of that. So I love to play harmonica. I love to do percussions, as you know, and sing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking for an exercise to connect with that vibe. Yeah. Other than what I hum, I'll start with a tone, a hum, and that's a way of connection. Playing harmonica. So is there something that I can?
Yes, of course.
All right.
Well, yeah, it has to be, right?
Of course, it's me.
It's you.
Yes.
There's an idea of Tom Kenyon's website,
Mm-hmm.
and I want you to look it up in your leisure, called Atheos.
Oh, I know it.
Then that's the biggest connection, okay? When you listen to the idea of the Hathors, you start humming with them. You start toning with them. And be in the now about it, and don't have expectations. The practicum is to be your now, not your mind of the now in your production of this business that you're taking on, which is nothing but details, because you have an appetite for a mind of entrepreneur, much like Jerry. You've been a creative motherfucker with a world of 3D, and it's a habit. So the disciple now of mastery, your awakening disciple of master of ascension, does the idea of allowance and let this become a flow of the now. And in that, you will tone with the Hathors, vibrate. Now, here's the understanding I'm going to give you. There's no difference between the nows. So whenever that idea, Atheos, was created, you're a part of it in the now.
Mm.
So you're with the Hathors right then and there.
Mm.
Okay?
Very good. Yeah.
Just be that. When you tone, there it is. You have the 2 pitches within the 1 pitch. There's 8 pitches within the 1 pitch, truly. You can hear that in the Atheos, sound meditation, and you will feel the different inflections of the vibrations you're connecting to, sequentialtaneously. That'll put you in line with the Hathor civilization, let's say, easiest, because the mind's not busy trying to do it in the way of the mind thinking, how do I need to be with the Hathors? You go to what the Hathors are masters at. They are masters of sound. I'm telling you, they are just the most badass creators of an idea of sound, tone. So when you do that idea, you'll connect with them in those ways. Make sense?
Yep. Beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Look forward to seeing you in class, feeling you in class.
Oh, you'll see me too.
Yeah.
You coming Monday?
Of course.
Awesome.
Wouldn't miss it.
Yeah, maybe Boba. I'm coming again.
Boba. I know. I had this revelation that we could open a burger store called Boba Burgers.
The galactic meat.
You bring your own. You kill them, we grill them.
Boba burgers.
Awesome.
Awesome. Thanks, baby.
That was for Grisa. We kill them. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Right on.
Lisa.
Thank you.
You're welcome, baby. All right, who we got next?
Okay, we have Anna, then Emmanuel, and then Damien Nicholas.
Cool. Anna, you're up, baby.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you fine.
Okay. So first, thank you very much, and for doing what you're doing. I have two little questions. Well, one is short answer, I think. Another one is a little longer. And the first is, can I ask about my origin?
Your origin. You're trying to find out where humans come from. You come from creation. Your origin is existence. I know what you're looking for. Am I Pleiadian? Am I some star child? Am I some star system? The stone cold answer is no. You came out of a creative higher self, the whole, and birthed yourself into an idea of creation. A Pleiadian self doesn't birth itself as a human self, because the Pleiadian self is a whole self.
Okay.
And that's you. And then you create yourself in an idea of a fractal. But the fractal is not anything but you that's looking back at you in a separate way. So don't try to find an origin, because you don't have one except here and now. I'm creation. I am right now, and I came from right now. When? Now. Where am I from? Here. That's what it is. I know that you like the ideas of, am I romantic enough to be in the idea of a Pleiadian, let's say, self? You have a Pleiadian self. Even if you didn't have one before, you're now in the time. Now you do, because you just thought of it. So therefore, you're a Pleiadian self. That quickly, that instantaneously. It's only the value of Anna that says, not this or not that, and doubts whatever creative self that you are. But don't seek ideas of outside of humanity, because humanity is the baddest motherfuckers I've ever met in all the nows. And I've met enough to understand that statement from the highest truth that I can ever express. Because you guys forgot that you're connected. Everyone else has been connected in all of the incarnations. This is the one that says, nope, no connection. So be the idea of a human right now. If you want that idea, let's say, reverence toward your own choosing. But you don't need to, nor should you. If you choose, you can, of course, need to rely upon another idea, because this self is not very good. This self is so fucking awesome. It's incredible, but you haven't seen it, because you've been structured in an idea of lack and always trying to perform to meet someone else's standards for the admiration of the mirror, which is your own love, because you live in a mirror. So let go of that idea and know that you're here and now. And whatever self that you think you are, you already are. But that's not where you're from, because that's time and that's space. And there is nothing except here and now. Truly. That's the idea, the highest answer for you to understand. Go with your second one, baby.
Okay, I love that answer actually, because that's how I always seen it. But when I see other people asking them their origins or whatever,
Well, let them go.
wonder
That's their.
also if I can ask about it. But
Listen,
again,
that's their radio. That's
I've
their
always
truth.
said that being a human is.
I know, but you're fighting for it already. Let it go. That's them. Accept for what they are. Awesome. But you know, just because someone else is doing something, you're all of a sudden feeling lack. It's not about the details. It's about you going, wait a minute. I feel that this is the answer, but everyone else is saying that. So now it's a choice of yours to either choose the truth of them or choose the truth that your heart says. And be okay with who you are, so you can understand that you are God. Truly. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
And the other question I have is, uh, what is more in alignment with me at the moment? Keep assisting people on spiritual journey, or go in the direction of art?
Going the direction of what?
Art.
Well, art and spiritual journey is your spiritual art. They're no different except your definitions. If you want to be, all you have, okay, here, I'll give you an easier way to perceive this. Which one do you want to do? And the other one will be obligatory. So now you already know your answer, don't you?
Yeah,
Because
I want
people's
to do art.
spiritual journey don't need your help. Sorry, you're not a savior. You're not there to help
No,
people along. Stop. Listen. This is why you're disrupting your own self. I'm creation right now. Trust yourself. Others that don't need assisting. Others will find you, and in the moment you would perceive assisting. But if you are in a context of I should do this for humanity, then you're looking at humanity as a standpoint of they're broken, and they're fucking not. They're gods. We all are gods. But if you look at it in an idea of I need to assist, then you are avoiding your heart, which keeps you separated from yourself. So you already know your answer. But obligation says otherwise, or the determination of humanity going to make it through this. Man, we've been at this for 16 billion years. We're not going anywhere. We're not dying, and we sure as fuck don't need to rush this thing because it's going to happen so fast in comparison to what your little lifetime says. You woke up in this lifetime, and you're going to see ascension in this lifetime if you choose. Your ascension, not the humanity's. Humanity will take care of itself. So now you know art is your answer. If you choose that, if you choose this one, and then there's a resonation of separation about it, then you know you're choosing to separate yourself against the idea of yourself, what your heart says. Make sense?
I guess.
Why do you guess? What are you missing?
I guess I'm not trusting myself to make.
Yes, but now you have an opportunity to, so just choose your art. Let go of assisting. The Christ conscience healed those people because he went to them and saw them well. No matter how big of a pity party that idea, entity is looking, woe is me, I have this, I'm sick. Christ said, no, you're not sick, you're well, you're perfect, you're beautiful. Because that's the vibration he's reflecting back to them. You reflect an idea of the system back to the idea system, they only get the system.
Okay, well, I actually don't see there's something wrong with humanity. I actually
Then
see
why are you saying you need to assist them?
because there are people who ask for assistance.
Okay, so that's, like I said, you didn't listen to what I said. I said, in the now, if they come to you, you do that idea, quote, assistance them. But it's not assistance from you. From they can perceive it like that. But I'm talking about your vibration. I'm assisting. No, you're not. You're creating. You're offering. I don't teach. We give teachers because that's the only construct. I offer, truly. That's all I'm doing. I'm just being reality. And you get to define me. So what you're doing is defining yourself as an idea, A, B, or C. And you just said, I don't trust myself. Go find yourself by doing what you want to do. Make sense?
Yes. I guess I'm afraid to pursue art.
Yes. You're afraid. Why? Because of the known.
Because it seems
Impossible.
it seems so simple. It seems like I'm not doing anything of value.
Yes. Remember? Effortless gods. What did I answer Jerry with? What did I say to Jerry? You guys are so used to making life hard. I don't trust that it can work this way. I don't trust that creation will just give me. Guys, listen. When I'm up outside of polarity and I'm creating, do you think I ask the creation to assist me? Do you think I tell them to give me the idea, reflection of me experience an idea of, let's say, teleportation from one galaxy to another? I just do, and it's there. Because creation doesn't deny itself. But if you deny creation, you're going to get denials from creation because you're denying yourself. So if everything is starting to be given to you and you're overwhelmed by the shit that's actually happening and you're saying, no, it can't be that easy, then you will remain in the idea of separation from yourself. It is that easy. It is that easy. You're the only one who won't let it because you don't trust the unknown. You trust the known more than you do the unknown. And the known is, I can't trust that this will actually work out, which means I only can trust the fractal control based off of the past. I can't let go and trust the whole self, God. That's all. And you can fight for it all you want. There you go again. It seems too easy. How many times do you want to say it? Say it the rest of your life. And you'll get reasons to say, seems too easy.
Yeah.
I can't do that. Can't be real. That's you denying yourself. Don't get mad at yourself. It's okay because you forgot. But now you know you have an opportunity in your own awareness to trust your heart because it's saying, do this. But it's up to you now. No one can ever choose for you, and we sure can't give it to you. Oh, hell no. All we can do is show you it's right there. You have to choose because it's your world. Truly.
Yeah.
Make sense, baby?
Yeah, makes sense. Thank you so very much.
Beautiful. That was great. Good stuff, babe.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Who do we got next, Dana?
We have, sorry, um, Emmanuel C, Damien N, and then Damien.
Go ahead, Emmanuel.
Hello, hello. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming, doll. What's on your mind, kiddo?
Well, I find myself talking to some sort of beings like every day.
Yeah, you.
It's
all
like
the aspects of you. Okay.
yeah, it's like it's more than one. So I feel like there's several.
Sure.
And
Give me one of the names of the one you're thinking about. You have a names, right?
no, actually, I don't.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know who I'm talking to. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, it's just
So right now, in your mind,
Mhm.
fathom an idea of one of those vibrations that you were speaking with.
Mhm.
Give me a name. Trust it. And let's play in the unknown instead of structure of logic to try to figure shit out.
Mike.
Okay, so you got a Mike you're talking to.
Yeah, that's one that pops up.
Okay, who's Mike to you? Feel him.
A friend of mine.
Good. All right, so now we got one out right there. So that's an idea of resolution through the trust of yourself that, hey, Mike, what's going on, kiddo? And you're speaking with them. See, just because they're not physical doesn't mean you're not talking to them like you're sitting down at a bar with a friend having a beer.
Mm.
It's the same fucking thing. It's only you that has to be glorious or it has to be monumental and I'm not worthy of receiving myself. These are all co-creations. It's always subjective from the I. You are always perceiving all that is to your point of view. But what you are receiving, what you are perceiving is we. All that is. And we're all a mixing of vibrations. So right here is me, Sly, and here's O right here, and here's Boba right here, and here's the interpreter here, and we're all right there in your here and now. All of creation is accessible by you in the here and now. And you're just waking up to these idea vibration conversations. And you can hear them and feel them. There's several of them. Hell yeah, there's several of them. Let's say an infinite number. You don't have to be busy with them all. You just be in the now with the one you choose. Because you don't have time and we have forever, in other words, to create whomever we, let's say, co-create with. Don't worry, we're not offended. No one's offended. That's
Very interesting.
human that's offended because it's, let's say, goes against the resonation of their point of view, and that's offensive.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Interesting. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. We are full service, as we say. What else you got, babe?
I think that'd be it. Yeah, I think that'd be it.
Awesome.
Just wanted to know what was what was crack-a-lacking.
What's crack-a-lacking?
With all that, so.
Excellent.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome, doll.
Now we have Damien Nicholas and then Damien.
Okay.
Hello, Sylvester.
Hi, sweetie. How are you?
Fine. I am very happy to talk with you.
Thank you so much for coming. It's exciting to have you here with us. Thank you.
Yes, it's like when I am seeing you, when I am watching you, it's like I had this feeling of freedom. I feel free. It's like nothing is wrong. I don't need to do anything.
Yes, freedom.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I am
Feels
just
good.
being. Yes. So it's like I am feeling myself. I am just being myself. That is no problem.
Powerful, isn't it?
Yeah.
It feels so good just to be you, free, not worried, not trying, not becoming, not leaving, not doing this, not doing that. All the things you're just now being. There's so much freedom in that. Starting to find yourself. I love it.
So thank you for giving this message to remember this.
You're welcome, baby.
This feeling.
Yes. You're most welcome. Do you have any questions?
Yes, it's like it's feel like the idea of time is very sticky. So yes.
Which means that you're starting to release time. Because time was thought of as just time before by you. You never had a problem with it because that's all you knew. But now you're starting to not validate it as a status, as part of what life is. It's starting to become sticky because you're letting go of it. And your mind is like, I don't understand that. Why is time not what it was? And you kind of be in this little battle with yourself in your mind. Your mind goes, wait a minute, what about this? What about that? So yes, you're starting to understand time is created now. Now creates the future and the past in the now. Gives you the memory of the past. After the past, it gives you probability of the future. That's all it is. So let time take care of itself. It'll show you how it works in a beneficial idea. More and more so than you can imagine how time can really play with yourself. Like doing something down this timeline and going back in time, giving yourself the memory that you already did that, tomorrow. You've already done it. And you're like, when did I do that? You seem like yesterday, but actually you did it tomorrow, got it done, came back to the now and said, I already did it. Holy shit. Because you had the memory of the now. Your guys are effortless creative gods. So yes, keep, let's say, understanding time as whatever it is in the now to you. Validate it in whatever way you want to, but don't hold it as a truth as what it was. And time will be an ally that you cannot, let's say, comprehend on how it can work for you in the nows to come. Make sense?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Sense. Mm. I was wondering, because there is a lot of spiritual teachers who are talking about being our true self. It's like we need to be someone else to be our true self. No, it's like I had this idea like a spiritual path is to become our highest self, or it's like we are becoming.
Keep going. I'm listening.
Yes, like we are becoming like our true self, but
well, see, your true self. Your true self is who you are in the now, guys.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
the spiritual teachers, the spiritual teachers that have become your higher self. You already are your higher self. But again, all of the spiritual teachers, everyone in creation, including fucking me and Roxie and the whole gang, are points of view. They're idealized for you to choose what you want. That is your truth in your heart. Okay? We are not saying to become your higher self. We are saying you are your higher self. We are saying be your own leader. And you are, here and now, your truth. Choose that if you choose. But you could choose anything you want to. Because when you know you are free to choose yourself, you will choose more and more yourself to discover yourself. And all of a sudden you have no doubts about who you are, who the higher self is. The higher self is you. It's not up there going, hey, it's this. You're just becoming whole again. You've never been disconnected. You just gave yourself the illusion of disconnection. You're discovering that your journey home becomes a journey that you never actually left home. You're always here and now with you, all that is. Make sense? If I see a structure, I see limitations. Okay? My idea for you guys in the structure, which is limited, is to give you your own permission or authority back to choose what you do, and then you will create your own worlds according to your structures, not relying on my authority. Because who the fuck am I? I'm you. I am 100% you. There's no difference between me and you except your point of view of me. I'm creation, you're creation. All I see is myself being a God. Awesome, thank you. When you see yourself, all you will see yourself is yourself being God's to yourself. Awesome. Make sense?
Yes, lot of sense. You know, I have this reptilian guide. His name is Fob, F-O-B-B. And I would like to know if there is some message from him to me right now.
Is he a guide of yours?
Or like someone who is connecting with me.
Do you talk to him?
No, I only because I asked to Adronis. You know Adronis Johnson.
Yes, I know Adronis very well.
Yes, and he told me that he wants to connect with me. This reptilian.
And his name is Fob?
Yes.
Stand by. I gotta do one more thing. Hang on. Roxy's had the coffee going through her. Stand by, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Hi, Mia. We're just waiting for Roxy to come back from her little break.
A little TT break. You there, Damien?
Yes, I'm here.
Stand by. Greetings to you all. I am a representative, if you choose, that of the Lancinian idea, reptilian race. My name is Chuck. To that idea of Damien, your idea is not such a guide as your idea offered. It is an idea of an evolution of the truth now. Embrace the idea of the interaction to lead to this now, which is a new self, a new understanding of yourself truly. So Fob is you. It is just a perspective of you. It is another self that's going on right now in the now. The connection is this now vibration. You understand this vibration. Now you have enough content in your imagination through direct experience to trust your imagination and venture into the eyes of Fob. And then that you will experience in the ideas of reptilian self. Interaction with the reptilian civilizations, that of the Lancinian, Draconian, Drachmonian, and whatever else you choose to see as a idea of reptilian civilization. The connection is there always. Now it's a matter of trust. Either it is or it is not. And it will be that in your world, since you are, of course, that of God. Bid you a good day. There you go, Damien. Now you got it, right?
Thank you very much for that.
You're welcome.
Very useful.
So now play with it. Play with it. Don't make it serious. Serious will fuck it up. You're already serious enough. play with it and let your imagination be that, and you will find the truth, the feelings, the freedom you've already found in the self be more accented, more rich, more thick, leading you to more of you. Make sense?
Yes.
Have fun, kid.
Actions. Thank you. I make a Spanish subtitle on one of your video to share your message with more Spanish people.
Yes, the subtitles, yes.
Yes, I am doing that.
We love it. Do it all you want. Take anything and put it out there. Your joy.
Yes, it's like I have a lot of pleasure doing this.
Beautiful. Thank you for that co-creation.
Thank you to you. I feel a lot of love coming from you.
It's your own love, kiddo. Welcome home.
Thank you.
You're welcome, baby. Who we got next, Dana?
We have Damien, and then Jesus, and then Svetlana.
Hi.
Hey. Yes, we can. How are you, kid?
I'm great. How are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you again.
First of all, I want to know if you can tell me if my higher self has something especially for me about an idea that I got yesterday.
The idea you got yesterday was your higher self, you giving yourself that idea. It's an offering. Do you trust it? Do you want it? Do you want to play with it? Or is it bullshit? It's up to you.
Because it felt really, really good. You know.
Well, then go ahead and choose it. But you want to know more about it. If you don't trust it, might be something that it might not be. It feels good, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, kind of.
When are you going to be? Kinda. Don't be honest with yourself. It's all right. Here's what you need to do. If you choose. Because then you discover yourself. You got to be God to know God. So the higher self, you, potential, because it's actually you telling you, hi, me. It's like you telling you to pick up a drink of water and get water because you're thirsty. There's no difference. You don't hesitate, oh, I'm thirsty, I'm going to go get some water. Or I'm hungry, I'm going to get some beef jerky. But there's a higher self that is you going, hi, here's an idea. And you're like, oh, damn, that looks awesome. But then here comes the kinky mind going, but what about, and how, and all that stuff of structure. That's habits. That's the solid idea of Damien at birth, the separated self that uses the memory of construct, how to create a reality, and especially if it looks and potential's awesome, I can become more than what I am now, and I can't fuck this up. If I do, then I have lost, and I feel crushed, and blah, 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 and all the shit of regret. Or you just go. Get out of theory land and go and start to take action on the now. And the now reveals what it is. It's not a waste of time. It's a discovery of self. The more integration you are with all that is, how can that be a waste of time? Because that's why you fucking came here, to remember your God. You didn't come here for the idea of A, B, or C. All of that is the experience of remembrance. It's all built in. All purposes are built in. All ideas are experience of the moment. That's it. But the whole game started was, oh man, let's separate to see if we can come home. With no infringement. Can't happen. Never could. Okay. Now we're here. We're going home. All of us. Hi-ho, hi-ho.
I think I will follow that idea and see what happened.
Follow your heart. Trust it. In the now. Do as you do. Don't do what you don't want to do. Be honest and trust yourself on this new path, this new unknown, to see the miracles. Don't separate yourself. Allow. Be that what you choose, and it will unfold magically.
Great. Then I have another question, because if there is no time and everything is here and now, why does the things age?
Because your belief systems. If you didn't know death, you would not age. If you didn't know age, getting older, you would not have died. As soon as you validate, probably somewhere around 8 to 12 years old, validate that actually growing up was awesome. But then you realize you're going to grow old. And the idea, reflecting a friend of ours, echoing his idea, terminology of this, said you start the death hormone. Because the body itself is run by the hormones of the body. That's the idea. That gives juice and this and that. Pineal gland, all your glands doing its thing, okay? Giving you structures of yourself in the now. Vibrations. Believability, all determined by the conscious self of will. You believe age, you get age. Do you need to die now?
No, no.
All right then. Then love yourself and accept whatever you turn into to see the beauty of what you are as an individual singularity of all that is.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, baby. Thanks for coming. Who we got next, Dana?
Next is Jesus. Oh, yes, he wanted me to ask.
Okay.
So, okay, Bashar, he says he's heard Bashar talk about the splitting prism and would like perspective from Sly on that.
The splitting prism?
Yeah.
Yay. The splitting prism. Okay. Stand by. And greetings to you. That of Dana, does Jesus do not have an idea of what you call a speaker?
No, he says he's not speaking that well of English, so he'd like
the idea of, let's say, language barrier he imposes upon himself from the past. Exciting work you giving yourself. Most exciting, limited master. Beautiful. So the idea of the splitting prisms, 10,000 ideas. 10,000 ideas. Truly, easily now another 10,000 ideas within the context of prism splitting. The idea of two different earths. The prism splitting in the light idea, how it's bent, creating an idea of a 3D earth, 4D earth. Details to play with, truly. It's up to you. We don't care either way. Truly. So the idea of details is for you to understand the prism within yourself, but you have language barriers, and in that idea of your barriers, you don't understand the prism, but you have a self. You have a self that wants one thing, truth, to the self, and that self now is asking for truth of the self. So what do we give you? Transient material, things for you to play with. An idea of the splitting prisms is the two selves becoming one selves that was split but now is no longer. The two vibrational selves of light coming back into the idea of birthing out back into one. Or is it the idea of the multifaceted diamond and all the different rainbow prisms that can create out of your idea selves reflecting to other selves, other selves, other selves, other selves. It can be an endless idea, Jesus, but you have the interpretation within you. We create leaders. Transient material is a delay of the now of finding yourself, choosing your own truth. I am not your truth, you are. Your prisms are light, are details. They are distractions, truly, to the idea of us. So be distracted, seek out Bashar, find your answer, find it lackluster, and then continue to find yourself. It is choice. Bit of an ass kicker, isn't he? Go ahead.
All right. Then we have Dan. Oh, hang on. Sorry. Svetlana, Effie, and then Drisa.
I don't think it's me. I think it's Sweta.
Oh, Sweat. Oh,
I think, right?
Yes.
I thought you had it down. Yeah, okay, Sweta.
Okay.
I thought you were down as Sweta for some reason. Okay, Sweta.
We call her Shvet.
Svet.
Yeah. She's from class. How are you, baby?
I'm good, Roxy. How are you? Hi, everyone.
Hi, baby.
Okay,
What's
I
up?
have 2 questions today.
I have 2 answers. Awesome. How perfect we are.
Okay, thank you. First one is I want to understand how law of attraction works so that I can use it to fulfill my desires.
No. It's a structure. Did you hear the beginning of the show? She asked the
Oh,
idea.
no.
Ocyphius answered the question. Listen. Okay. You don't want to. I want to understand how to. Shvet. If you're trying to become how to, that means you're not good enough now, which is lack. You don't need a system to evolve. You need a system to find things that would make you happier than what you are now. And you're enough right now, Shvet. Get over yourself and accept yourself, because if you keep denying and separating yourself from what you're supposed to be in time, you need a bus to get back to fucked. Because all you're going to do is go down that hole over and over and over and over and over again. Let go of law of attraction. It was a stepping stone. It woke up about 300 million ideas in the ideas of the mind. It woke them up to start to allow the energies to flow, but it is idea a past self, a past idea. You are creation. Use systems of verbiage. Then you contain yourself to the system. Law of attraction. It's the 4th law of the universe. What you put out is what you get back. If you accept all that is, and all that is love, then what are you going to get? Attract love. You denied this idea, say this is this, and you start to measure. That's your own polarity against yourself, keeping you separated. So the choice, just like Boba said yesterday, he said it so perfectly. You are accepting all that is, then you will ascend back into the whole. And remember, you are the whole. But if you divide yourself against your idea, self, then you will stay limited. Law of attraction, in and of itself, is a limited idea. It served a purpose in time. Even the idea of Abraham now are speaking higher idea vibrational truths if you tune into the Abraham conduit. Because the now is evolving. We can't keep holding on to the same rung of the ladder or we don't get anything. Does this make sense, baby?
Yes, absolutely.
Let it go and start being God instead of looking for someone else's way to become what you're not now. I got to love this self now. This self is all that is. If I say this self is an issue, then I create the issue of the now. I keep dividing until that comes along and makes me better, which is giving your authority back to the mirror and expectations of an outcome that's going to happen some freaking timeline when everything you need is here and now. Make sense?
Yes, got it.
Beautiful. Keep going. What's your other question, Don?
Okay, I don't know if I had a dream today or whether it was a connection with someone, but I do want to share with you.
Are dreams
So I was
connection?
sleeping.
Yes.
So I was sleeping this noon and I felt as if I got connected with someone and I started talking. I don't know, it was because of high dose of medication that I have been on, this week. I'm not too sure. I don't know, I just started talking and then I realized what am I doing, and then I woke up. But it felt really nice and I just wanted to share this with you and understand what was that? Was it a dream or what?
Well, what was a dream? What is a dream? What is a lucid idea? What is astral projection? What is consciousness here on 3D? It's a state of awareness. That's all it is. So if I say, yes, it was a dream, now what? Does that mean it's fake? That means it's less? You get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an experience you were having, and you just happened to wake up here and remember and actually be that same moment. You were in the now of that in this moment simultaneously, which you guys are all the time. It's just a matter of point of view.
Got it.
So experience with your boys, having conversations. Make sense?
Yeah, it was really nice. Yes.
Well, then enjoy it and don't question the gifts that you were being given. Unless you want to keep questioning and denying your own awesomeness to yourself. How fucking cool is that? Awesome.
Nice, yeah.
And keep going about the nows. Don't worry, you're not missing anything. You're not, oh, should I pay attention to this? Does it mean anything? I need to know this before I can move on. Fuck, you can. You've already moved on so many nows, you might as well let it go because you've moved on 10 billion nows as soon as you think, I need to figure this out. And then you're so far away from that now, it's incredible. Stay now. Make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Beautiful.
I just want to say one last thing.
Go ahead, baby.
I love you.
I love you too. We do.
Thank you.
You're welcome,
All right. Next, we have Effie.
Effie,
Hello.
Tiganis.
Nyahara. So nice to hear you speak Greek. First off, I want to start by saying thanks for introducing me to the idea of being a dragon because I've been loving it.
Fucking fun, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Being yourself.
Yeah. I wanted to thank Mark Z for mentioning the Hathor thing because I've been excited by the idea of exploring my voice more while I channel or even just speak and just adding more tones to it or being more musical about it.
Beautiful. Nice connection with you guys, being in the now about it, truly.
Yeah, nice to hear about the Lancinians as well. You told me that that's the race I had an experience with some
Yes.
time ago on Q&A, so that was great. So I had this, I was channeling and my my energy was quite scattered, and then it came up to, I was just hearing words and saying them out loud. And I realized then that I was channeling hybrid kids. And
Yael, to be specific.
yes, and it was, I don't know exactly what happened, but when I understood what was going on, it was so real, and
You disconnected.
I wasn't disconnected. I was just, I guess, shocked. And for
Which is
about
disconnecting it. That's what we're saying. You got something that was all of a sudden real, and it shocked your system because all of a sudden you really realize it felt so real that this shit is actually real.
Yes.
You're like, all this shit we've been pretending to be in this spiritual idea world, all these channelings and all this shit, now you're going, fuck, this shit's real.
Yes.
Damn. And you're like, okay, I'm good. So that's an experience. Remember, Seth, always remember your Seth, relationship to reality. You spend time there, you become familiar. It's just as real as shooting the shit with your buddy across the table having coffee. There's no difference. It's only constructs, definitions, sanctity, clarity, higher than, and all the ideas of humanity and spirituality is supposed to be something gigantic. It's no, we're fucking guys and we've known each other forever. Now you're connecting with your godly self, the Yaels. Make sense?
How do I not freak out for 30 minutes?
You keep doing it. You keep doing it. Remember? Just whatever you did scary. Remember anything in your life. What was scary for you that you did again and wasn't so bad? Maybe a roller coaster, maybe a let's say, small amusement ride park, maybe riding your bicycle, maybe going to a party and you got to the party and you were all nervous and then later on you're like, okay, this isn't bad. I'm doing okay here. Familiarity with relationship to reality. Frequency, time, okay, in other words, amount of time you spend with them, they become familiar because you already know them. It's the same thing. You ever been the first day on the job?
Yeah.
Okay? Remember the first week? A little easier. A year later, you fucking own the place. You were ready to walk out at a moment's notice if anyone would fuck with you. First day, you're like, oh my God, I'm at my new job. A year later, like, I own this book. That's what it is. You got to remember you're connected. So be the connection that's in the now and embrace it. And if it shocks you, embrace the shock. Say, fuck, that was crazy. Whew, I'm okay now. And then do it again in that perfect now. Don't force it. Don't regret what you've done. We understand you are lost in a world of separation. We're not going to go away. In other words, the Yael's not going to go, oh, she fucked it up. That's human thinking. Don't put your masks on them. They are you, literally, and they know it. So they're there to embrace you if you allow the embracement in the nows. And they'll do it 1,000,000 times with you. They'll never go away because they're always here and now. Make sense?
Yeah.
So go and have fun with them.
I wanted to share that I was recording a video, and then when I watched it back, I saw 3 entities behind me that freaked me out as well.
Good.
And then I was walking to the kitchen, and like the patio was full of entities, and everywhere was entities. And when I went to the back to the kitchen a second time, it was a different room. I think it's what Bashar says. You look here, it's one room. You look there, it's another. It was beautiful, and I've been having such amazing experiences, and I'm just grateful. I'm really grateful for you, Roxie. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. But I want you to understand, you don't need to be grateful. I know this is a real kick in the ass for humanity, but it's like as if I didn't get anything out of your joy. See how much we reinforce each other? You're choosing the idea of yourself in the reflection of me. That's it. You know? That's the beauty of you. You want to be grateful to yourself, you can. That's fine. But just know that I am being literally created by you, reinforced by you for choosing you, no matter the choice. Beautiful.
Love you. Love you all.
Love you, baby.
All right. Next is Gritza.
Geriza! Where are you, my friend?
Did he leave?
I do not know. He might be here, maybe. He, she left, says Shvet.
Okay. So Millicent has requested me to ask this because she
Her microphone's down.
yeah, it's pooched. So she had a dream where she woke up and was walking through her house, and there were dogs and lambs asleep on the floor. She walked over.
The interpreter?
She wants the interpreter.
Okay, we'll be right there.
I'd like the interpreter.
Before we bring the interpreter, there was Rita, R-E-E-T-A, that was in the Zoom, but she couldn't hear. Do I need to keep my audio on? Call from the UK, which is a big cost. No, I don't know. So anyways, please answer whenever you can. I wanted to ask about Shiva, as much info as possible. The source, star, planetary, earth, my life in the presence. Okay? Please answer the question. I have been able to find info I'm looking for, and what is the difference between him and Krishna incarnation? Whatever you choose, baby. Listen, Rita, all that is more details to be distracted with of time. That's all they are. You want to know about Shiva, saying, hey, higher self, tell me about Shiva, and trust and write down the conversation. Write it down as it goes. And that's your truth about the idea. You don't need my truth any longer. We can give you and fill you with details of the idea of Shiva and the idea of the Krishna and what's the difference. And then he said, she said, and all the beliefs are coming up. And then all you're doing is going to get involved in this and that of distraction, which is polarity, which keeps you separated, which keeps you limited, which keeps you always seeking the idea. The never-ending conspiracy theory. Ever. Let it go, baby. All right. So now in the idea of
Millicent
and the Scribbler. You out there? Huh? Oh, yeah. Hang on. Hello. Hello, hello. Dana, hello.
Hello. How are you?
Oh, here and now. Yeah, doing great. Yeah, hang on. Yeah, doing great. Yeah, I love time because I can play. No, still good. Okay, go ahead. We have an interpretation request. Dream, I think. Yes, dream.
Yeah.
Or specific dream interpretation.
Yeah, for Millicent.
For Millicent. Millie. Wonderful. Yes, go ahead. We now are ready. Interpretation, go.
Okay, so she dreamt that she awoke and was walking through her home amongst sleeping dogs and lambs. And she walked toward a door to the outside, and then she woke up.
Stand by.
All right.
Interpretation. That of Millicent has fascinations for the animal kingdom. She is in the idea of a animal whisperer, her highest dream. Her idea to heal those and connect with the animal kingdom. So all representations of her home will have contextualized her highest joy within that in her own dream interpretation. In that idea of her dream interpretation of the animals, they were part of her world. She woke up as she left the door because she is leaving that world behind and moving into a new unknown world. And the unknown world in her fascination mind is that of her connection with the animal kingdom. But in the reality world, she is in a different world. So she has separated the two worlds. The idea behind this dream is to know that you are that dream and this dream, that self and this self. When are you going to become the one self and not separate the idea animal kingdom within your busyness, leaving your busyness, getting back to your real life here on earth? You are donning two different masks within yourself. Your honesty is astray of your own passion. For you fear the idea of acceptance with others. Interpretation done. That is all.
Thank you.
You're welcome. This is all for now.
Well, I'm just looking here. Jezebel's at the bottom of the list, but oh, no, it's okay. It's not an interpretation question.
Wonderful. We shall return in the now. We shall depart in the now. Bid you a good night.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. Don't you love the interpreter?
Oh, yes. Indeed.
What else we got, baby?
Jerry is next.
Jerry again? We miss him.
Jerry again.
Let's go, Jerry.
I snuck back online. Okay, based on an earlier comment that you made, Sylvester, if everything is here and now, and I am all that is,
yes,
and nothing is apart from me,
right?
Is there a way that humans can currently draw more or access more of what is, whether it's material things, love, whatever? I mean, I am being loved. I am being happy. And this is actually something new that I'm doing consistently because I was wrestling with myself a bit.
Right.
For quite a while since this awakening, let's call it.
Right.
And I'm wondering, like, yeah, how do I get more stuff?
Let it come in the now. The stuff that you want to perceive is more of an idea of stuff that would make it better for you. What you want to do is trust that you are the unknown and allow the unknown to come. When Jane Roberts, the idea of the speaker, she was a speaker before she came down here and she continues to be a speaker, offered an idea of what we call the 12 indoctrines. The 8th indoctrine was the idea of vulnerability. Vulnerability is allowance in the now, to completely give in to the higher self. Trust that the idea will give in the perfect now all evolution if needed. You can't run out of time anymore, guys. I want you to understand that. You don't have boundaries. Why? Because you're not a limited human. You're an unlimited God that perceived itself as a human. So when you reverse the process in polarity, what are you then? Unlimited. So you get to do whatever you want to do in the knowing idea. When that knowledge becomes wisdom, and then your appetites will be, I never really actually wanted this because I've been doing it for billions of years. So that really isn't my appetite. What I want to understand is this unknown part of me. So if you trust the vulnerable self, what will happen is you'll get your, let's say, candy gifts in time, but what it is idealized now is what is most relevant to your own evolution in rapidity. Get out of your way and watch it unfold. And the shit comes. And it will come, and it'll come in droves. And then you'll really say, "Damn, can I really handle this stuff?" Because it starts to come faster. But you got to get yourself online again as a human God, not a human fractal. Because if you gave yourself the shit now out of sequential idea of own evolution, you'd fry your fucking brain.
Yeah.
Zap yourself out of the idea of I'm back into the hole. What the fuck? I zapped my body. Damn. You got too much shit to handle. Trust it. Trust only one thing. You. Let the now unfold, and it'll give you the magic as it goes. It'll say, God, I never found that even remotely interesting. But if you allow it, it presents itself. Because there's no difference between anything in your reality. It's all the same shit, love. All of it. And when you start to see with the idea of ascension eyes instead of fractalized, fractaled eyes, then you'll notice that the whole world has always been perfect, beautiful. And now that reflection back to you is why it's all looking beautiful, because you're integrating back into the one. I never look at anything and go, God, you fucking suck. How can I? Because it is me. And I fucking wrong. Make sense?
Perfect sense. And I'm already frying my brain out once in a while. So yeah.
Love it.
Let's not do that so much.
Bingo.
Thank you, Sylvester.
You're welcome, baby. All right, Daniel, what do we got next?
Emmy is next.
Emmy. Love this stuff. Good stuff.
Sorry. I'm in the bathroom now.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing us.
I was traveling around and I stopped at an Indian restaurant, but yeah, I'm so glad that I got to watch you again, Roxie. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful. We all are. Thank you.
Yes, we are. So my recent thing is I've been feeling independent on my body, which is really interesting. And another thing is that I've been experiencing this for a while, but I have major memory lapses where I don't remember where I put things. And I guess what's been happening too is that my other selves have been taking my stuff. Like the most recent thing, apparently,
they're not going to
one of my selves has done is take a package my mom sent to me.
Right.
So I'm just wondering, how do I intersect with my other selves? And I've asked them to bring it back, but I'd like to meet them sometime and punch them in the face.
Okay, so you want to punch yourself in the friend. Oh, yeah, that's a great invitation. Yeah, they're going to be right there. First off, they're not taking your stuff. Because if you knew they were taking your stuff, then you would have already met them. Ta-da. So it's a probability of a reason why something is out of my timeline and all of a sudden shit gets moved around.
Yeah.
Everything is created in the moment. Be the moment, let go of time. Okay. The whole construct of this idea is for you to stop trying to figure out shit. And you do it in many different ways, because to figure out this or that, all of yourselves are here and now from their perspective. They're trying to figure out this and that. You're trying to figure out this and that, and no one's figuring anything out because you're always using the construct of lack to do that. So here's an idea. Understand yourself in the now, as we've been saying through the music of this entire idea.
Yes.
Today. Those other selves, whatever they are and whoever they are, to you, will introduce themselves through you. But they're not going to come over and go until that idea self is clear and you're ready for that interaction.
Okay.
So if you have another self, whether it's this idea, you, the body that you be right now on this timeline looking this way, focuses and realizes itself. We've had many people actually see themselves literally. They're in this room and they see themselves in the kitchen. And they were in the kitchen about 2 minutes ago, or they would be in the kitchen like 10 minutes ahead of the time. So yes, you can interact with yourselves, literally, because they are here and now from different perspectives of the self. But however, in that idea, trying to do this, figure it out, and punching them is not the best way for them to be integrated with you. So allow them to be themselves, allow yourself to be yourself, and then the connection and the perfect now will occur. All will occur, guys. Every dream and fascination you can ever fathom either will be perceived or understood before it's perceived as something never needed to be perceived because you already knew it. How many times can you watch a movie, in other words? Well, except for Star Wars. I really love that movie.
That's true. Oh, thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Another thing that I've been realizing is that I've just, I guess in my quest for learning, I guess, manifestation and being in the now and stuff like that, I just feel like sometimes independent of my body, and I think that's really, really neat. And
what do you feel independent?
What your thoughts are on that? What?
When you say independence, what do you feel? As if you're not the body?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
I know that we're not the body, but I literally sense that.
You're lighter now. You're not so heavy. When you're so the body, that means your solid identity. When you are still aware and aware of your body, but you don't feel the idea of your body as a heaviness thing, then you know you're integrating more and more. Sure. That's exciting. Of course it is. But that's not a status quo for everyone, so don't fucking take that as the truth now unless it sings to you.
And I just have one last question. For some reason, and I hope that this is going to change, but when I try to, like, for example, do astral projection, or maybe I'm at the point where, like, let's say I'm connecting, I guess, not necessarily to everybody because I have channeled before, I just have this weird fear vibration pop up, and I just, like your thoughts on how to just get over that. I know you explained it to somebody else, but this is like a weird, like, without even thinking of it, fear. It's like my body's like, no, I don't want that.
Okay, you said about two or three different things. Well, first off, let me give you these words. Don't say hope it's going to change, because that implies doubt, and that's lack.
Okay.
What are you afraid of in the now? That's the question. You're afraid of something in the now that you experienced. You know what it is, right? It's you becoming you again. It's as simple as that. All fears are triggered by unknowns.
Okay.
They're triggered by unknowns because you're comfortable with the known. If it is immediately perceived as something that is acceptable, then it's okay to bring it in because you know it in definition that it's safe. Okay? That it's safe and secure. It's easy. But if it's something that you can't define, a new vibrating feeling, you're like, holy shit, I'm scared. That's you just going back home, darling. Because you're unfamiliar with what it is to be connected to all that is. Just like when you were here, you were disconnected. Scared shitless, started to build an identity that would prevent the scary by finding love in the mirror and whatever it was, clubs, friends, countrymen, politics, anything you could define. Status, education, jobs, boyfriends, girlfriends, all friends, whatever, to give you an identity of acceptance. Because I'm disconnected and I'm getting acceptance from the mirror. So now you know it's all the mirror. So you're starting to integrate all vibrations, and vibrations are unfamiliar to you, so they're scary, and all of a sudden you're going, what the fuck is that? Accept it, be it, and watch it integrate and reveal itself to you. You say, what is scary in the unknown? Nothing! Because it's unknown, and all unknowns are love. Humanity distorts love into the vibration of whatever it is to them. It's still love, though. You're the only one that's scaring the shit out of yourself. You. How awesome you are. You're already a master of limitation. Okay? So be a master of the idea of ascension and allow all vibrations to come. Vulnerability. Trust it.
Okay. Thank you so much, Roxanne.
You're welcome, darling, and thank you for sharing the bathroom with us. Very nice.
Thanks.
Go ahead, darling. What's up, Dana?
Ariana.
She there?
Did she leave? No, she's here.
Ariana. Hi, Lorraine. I see you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Go ahead, Ariana. Unmute yourself, darling.
I'm having such a hard time asking questions because
Keep answering them.
because ultimately, as soon as I ask a question, I am just demonstrating my impatience, right? Everything comes to me at the right time.
Well, then ask what you will.
So just for the sake of asking questions, I had an experience. It was the day after 11/11 last month.
Okay.
I felt very shaky, and it felt like the old self fell apart, and I was on a new platform.
Yes, kind of like
Which
shedding
wasn't-
old skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went for a walk to collect myself, and I felt this pull, as if something was trying to pull me out of my body, and I grounded, and I was back in the body.
Well, why did you ground?
Well,
Because you thought you were going to fly away into nothing.
I know,
Yes.
I fucked up.
So you grounded yourself. Okay, grounding doesn't work until you say it work. So since you're God, I grounded, and therefore you took yourself away from moving out of yourself. You don't know what was going to happen. You would have not left your awareness, that's for sure. You would have done whatever it was to be had. But since you feared unknown, you used the idea of a grounded idea and put yourself back in the body because you're God and you got that experience.
Yeah.
Experience is whatever you want it to be. So next time you're being pulled out yourself, you're out of your body, who is pulling you? You are. So relax. Have fun up there.
So did I miss out?
Don't worry about here and now. Well, if I'm out there, what's happening to the body? The body is right there in the now. It doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't keep walking around in time. It's in the now. Trust the now. There's no time. Go ahead. What was your question?
Well, I wonder what I missed out on.
No, I'm not going to tell you what you missed out on because you're going to interpret it. And then you're going to go, and I missed it. You didn't miss out on anything. You chose a moment. Love your now and allow it to be whatever it is in the now and watch it change.
Yeah.
Watch it, what it's going to become. But again, just like the idea of Emmy there, got to be familiar with reality. You get unknowns, you react to them. You're like, that's okay. Don't worry. You don't run out of nows. You have the ultimate do-over called now. You never run out of nows. Impossible. So relax and let it become what it is.
Yeah.
And it'll present itself again.
Okay. I had a dream, and in the dream, a man is telling me, I am an Igbo, and so are you.
You're an Igbo?
Mm-hmm.
What's an Igbo?
Well, I Googled it, and I actually found out that Igbo is a tribe that migrated from Atlantis to the west coast of Africa.
Yes. Okay. Got him.
So I wonder what it meant for me.
Here, let's do this together instead of bringing the interpreter in, because this is actually quite idealized. Let's keep it simple. What was your question? You had a dream. Tell me about the dream one more time, and I want you to actually listen to yourself asking the question. Tell me about the dream.
Well, in the dream, a man is standing in front of me, and he says, I am an Igbo, and so are you. And that's it.
All right, so now why are you even asking a question?
Well, I am Igbo,
Then congratulations, I'm an Igbo. Now you know you're an Igbo. But you all are always looking for a higher meaning than what it is in the now. Igbo is you now, and now that you are connected with Igbo, it drove you to Google. You found out, I'm this, Atlantean idea migration. At the time before Atlantis crumbled. Found myself through the Lemurian idea, let's say the Lemuria and Mu mix at the time of this integration, let's say migration rather, and then you ended up on the coasts of Africa. You have all you need. Now go and play. Because I'm not your authority. I can't give you a truth. I can give you probabilities of a truth, but they're all going to come down to you. You know you're an Igbo, so why not go in there? Why not go right here, baby? Huh? Imagination. Said it at the beginning, Ocyphius. Roadmap to creation. Go there. Be the Igbo. Put the bone in your nose, grab yourself a spear, put on a loincloth, and start doing some chant in the middle of the living room. You might want to not start the fire, though.
I may record that.
There you go. See? Now you can play with the reality instead of confining it to serious or not this or I can't do. That's not real. And then all of a sudden you're becoming, holy shit, creation. God, we are endless. We are so many things, all of us. Anything that you've ever had in your imagination is an idea of a world to perceive a parallel reality. We say it all the time. Star Wars is real. Star Trek is real. Cartoons are real. Dinosaurs are sentient beings. They're shooting the shit right now, hanging out in Agartha. It's all real to the perceiver, whoever that idea is. The dinosaur train's real too. That's right. Dinosaur train. It's a cartoon we like. So now you know. Now choose. You can't keep keeping information transient. Make it real. I give you a reason. It's an Igbo for you to connect. That's the material. You're like, oh, okay. But if you go to Igbo land, become the Igbo idea that you are, witch doctor, then go and be that. Have a fascination for herbs. Got some ideas in your house of trees that are a little bit odd, plants, things that are different. Witch doctor coming through. Self being that. Inspirations of other selves that are you, that you're connecting to. So wonderful. Make sense, baby?
Yes. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, darling. Thanks for coming. Dana, you're muted.
Okay, yeah, next I have Electronica, but I think they left. And then Daniel H. had mentioned that he had to step out. I don't know if he's back because he's next after Electronica. So, Daniel, you there?
I see his picture, but I don't see him at the camera, so maybe he just left it on, so.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, so then we have Jezebel.
Jezebel.
Who's at work and has written in here what she'd like me to ask.
Okay.
So, let's see. Back in June or July, at her parents' house, she wasn't there. They experienced a very loud boom noise early in the morning, and it scared their puppy so bad that her back legs went paralyzed. So she just wants to know if there's any ideas of what that was. They've experienced lower vibrations in that house.
It's not a lower vibration. Oh, we're not even going to even talk about that.
Okay.
No, wait a minute. No, we're going to talk about it, but we're going to not talk about that idea. Jezebel, you're not in that house. Okay? Lower vibrations are you're contorting reality into a lower vibration because of experience that you find separated from yourself. So this is not about your parents and the thunderous idea boom that caused the animal, the idea puppy, to get paralyzed. That's everyone's view of the situation. So guess what? You're God, you're going to keep that view shitty. Everyone gets to be a shitty world because you're God. Why the fuck do you think your life has been like it is? Because you're God. So Jezebel, darling, understand this. Hang on. Understand this. Your view of the world is why your life is like that. Okay, this is you being God right now. I view this as a lower vibration. Who the fuck is a lower vibration? Tell me. Hitler? Bullshit. That asshole's God. Everybody. Everyone of that's atrocity is God. You are viewing it off of that belief, off of that system, off of that now, off of that idea offering. If you experienced it firsthand, you translate it that way anyway. You're looking for causality to continue limitation. Oh, this happened, lower vibration. Oh, we have to clear the house. We have to sage it. Past. You're God now. You get to choose to be that in the way that you've never even fathomed that can be possible. But now you get to see your life is like it is. Everyone's life is like that because you're God. Because you chose that and you gave yourself that idea, vibration, that's love. Every frickin' vibration is 100% unconditional love. And you are so godly, you distort it to whatever frequency you get to do. So it appears as this, as that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Hi. Thank you for addressing it. It's just that I don't know what that noise was that scared my...
Does it really matter? I'll give you the noise. Here you go. Here, watch how lackluster it's going to be. Ready? Sonic boom.
Okay.
And there it is. Now what? Wait a minute. Time. It was so fucking important to you. And now I told you, you're ready to go to the next question because it didn't fit something that was supposed to be awesome. So you could scare the shit out of yourself. Do you see how the mind seeks lack to be idea busy in the idea of something happening to them? Do you see your own mind?
Yeah.
All right, then let it go. It's as simple as that, babe. Appetites of separation keep you separated. Appetites of allowance keep you ingrained or integrating, rather, into love. Trust it. It doesn't need to be known. Because if you don't present yourself with the idea on a silver platter of the knowledge that's perfect with you, it's not needed. Because everything is relevant now. You're fucking with time like it's an old boyfriend.
I have one other question while
What's
I have
that?
you. My mom lost her sense of smell for the past like 4 months after she got
Does
sick.
she say that?
Yeah.
So let her experience that. How cool it is. Okay.
She doesn't like it though.
Well, that's her issue, not yours. If you make it an issue, then you are only validating her issue. So now let's look at the big picture here instead of the causality that your mind is busy with. Oh, she lost her sense. What's that mean? La-di-da-di, everybody. Here it is. How about Jezebel being in an awoken idea offers her a vibration of love instead of a vibration as, oh, woe is you, Mom. Wow, that sucks. So you only give the version back that she has experienced, which only reinforces the version that she is. Keep choosing, darling. Keep choosing your world. You either accent limitation, reinforce it within all that in to choose, or you choose to be love. How exciting it is. No blind person. No blind person is absolutely pissed at their blindness. Maybe the fractal is, but it's an experience to use other ideas of creation of experience. Intuition, telepathy, knowing beyond the idea of the eyes. Same with hearing, scent, doesn't matter. It's an experience in and of itself, but you're lacking it in an idea of, I have this and you don't, so it must suck. Your choice, Jezzy.
Mwah. I love you.
Love you too, darling.
Okay, next is Spirit. Spirit's microphone is not working, and they are experiencing a change in perception from separation of everything and everyone, that everything is becoming oneself.
Freaking awesome.
Yeah, for sure. And they're asking how to incorporate more of the now moment as self.
Awareness. Allow the nows and don't focus on anything that your busy mind tells you. You guys named it the monkey mind. Okay, all these thoughts that you need to deal with. No. You just keep being aware of the nows and keep choosing whatever looks idealized, shiny to you to explore. That's it. You can't figure it out from time. You got to be the now to understand the now. And in the nows, you will understand what it is to be more of the now. And that comes in practicum of the nows. Don't worry about doing any idea of time, busyness. I need to handle this in time, whatever. That's fine. That's your now. Over here now, over here, and now you're now. And that will become more idealized, as we've always been saying, familiar with you to understand the now from a perspective of the whole. You've already seen the shift in yourself. You've seen the oneness of this idea by the allowance. Don't change it. Keep going. But now the mind just said, when it can be changed, how can I change it to make it better? Whenever you get an idea, humanity has this wonderful habit. They get something good and they got to protect it. So they put their limits on it and you fuck it up. Leave it alone. Let it go. Keep doing what you're doing. Why would it change? Your God, all your past, why did it change? Because you chose different. So now this idea is working just like in the past. You had a shitty life for years. Can you have a blissful life? So keep choosing the joy in the now. That's how you got here. So don't change it by putting a structure on it of limitation on how to get something that you're not now. More of this. You're enough now. Fall in love with you, you'll see yourself. Holy. Go ahead, Dana.
Sveta has another question.
She back on? Shvet, what's up, baby?
Yeah, I have one more question.
Yes.
Okay, sometime back you said that you get what you give, correct? So if you want love, you give out love.
No.
Right?
No, I never said you have to give out love to get love. No. I never said that. Thanks for
Okay, so if you can correct me.
Okay. Here's what I idealize. What you are now is love to yourself, and that automatically gives love. Don't I have to give to get. We said the complete opposite. That is a bullshit. You don't have to do shit to get because you're already giving by being. And in being, you're always receiving. So there's no action of not doing those things in all nows. It's only your perception of value says, I can't get this until I've done enough in order to earn that. Or someone gave me, I need to repay because I didn't do enough. Make sense?
Okay. Yes.
Never.
Thank you for correcting me there.
Ever say you have to. If the have to's run out of my mouth, then I'm gone. I'm lost, and I'm not even me. I will never say you have to, because that's limitation. All the bullshit that the idea of all these ideas around the nows, speaking a system of have to's is a perspective of beauty that leads to more beauty of limitation. Because a structure in time of have to's is a concordance of a stricture that has an ending, and the ending will be met by the limited self and understood to expand beyond. So choose the now, and there's no more have to's. Make sense?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Thank you for correcting me here.
Not incorrect.
Okay.
You were offered. You weren't wrong. You were in your highest truth. Okay? Please don't look at yourself that way. That's a choice, though.
Okay. I want to understand, does karma exist?
No.
Is there anything called as karma?
No. You want to ask, understand, if karma exists, no. Now what's your next question?
Okay.
About
in
karma.
my culture in India, right from our
In your belief systems. Validated as culture, which gives you comfort in numbers, which allows you to validate a truth because others are doing it. Another limitation. Keep going, Shveta.
Yeah. So, right from our childhood, we've been taught that if you do wrong, if there is a crime, then in your next birth, you would be
All right,
punished.
stop. I'm not going to listen to this diarrhea. Listen to me. Listen, if you choose. Listen.
Mhm.
Are you ready?
Yes.
If everything is here and now, and all of your past lives and all of your future lives are present, then how can they have karma and you have to be punished for it when it's all going on right now? You're punishing yourself for something that hasn't happened yet, literally. Look, if you want to validate karma, I love you for it. I love you for it. Then go and validate, but not in my world. I have no appetite for it. So you want to say, oh, because of my culture, this, and this, and that's what you have to do. Well, then fucking choose it, Shvet. Take it and be that. You got to understand, we give you this vibration because you're way beyond this. But what you're doing now is realizing the fractal. And I've given you energies to see yourself in vibration reflection. Now let's talk about this from another perspective. Are you with me, darling?
Yes.
Do you feel yourself now?
Yes.
Do you feel the heaviness of the self of karma? Is that you to be that idea, paying homage for some bastard you were 10 million years ago? Or some future idea of a rapist on another idea, parallel world? Do you need to do that? Well, then take on the 100,000 cycled lives you've lived and be them all now and crush yourself into a cancerous, blubbering piece of shit. Or don't. Now who's the dragon to the world? Now who can be that idea against the grain of a mighty culture of India that is still fuck past Wednesday if you watch him from a distance, isn't it? You see how much separation is in that world? Do you look at your culture in the belief systems that you're living under? It's beautiful. I love the mastery that you've created. My husband needs to. I'm supposed to. This has to be. Look at the puppet that you are right now. The Shveta that doesn't like the self of the old, but fights for it because it's an identity that holds you together. It gives you breathing room. It gives you something to feel pain with. I can feel my karma. I can feel the hatred of myself towards others. I am alive. And you love it. You fucking love it. You love it because that's all you know. But you're struggling, aren't you? You're questioning. You're hurting. You're fucking seeing something else. And you fight so much to be Shveta. But Shveta never goes away. Oh my God, Shveta can't go away, baby. Shveta is becoming the self. You want to answer questions about the karma? Then play in the karmatic field. And be a victim to that. Be imprisoned by that. But you didn't even need to ask the question. But you're so fucking scared to trust yourself. And now you can. Because of what you just chose to see the old self to the new self. There is no karma. That's them. I love you for what you are, but I'm not choosing your beliefs anymore. Your cultures. I don't have to be less than because I'm a woman. I don't need to obey because I've been gifted myself womanhood. I have to be less than because I've given myself femininity. That's what your culture barks at me in separation. Degrading the idea of a human because of a choice. That's what you want to live? Welcome to the world that you are. It's up to you, baby. Know your own truth. You got to start choosing it, Shveta. You got to start choosing what your heart says. That's the truth. The grain feels so mighty. I know it fucking hurts to go against what everyone is barking down at your throat. I know it. They're just yelling at you. Don't. You have to. But if you choose yourself now, and then now, and then now, no permanency, no time, now, and then now, and then now, then Shveta becomes something that she's not. She becomes herself. She lets go of the knots of the past. I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm not that, I'm not that. I am this. You following, baby?
Yes. And I'm loving it. I'm just loving it, being in the now. I don't know. It's awesome. Thank
It
you
is
so
awesome.
much.
You're welcome. Excellent question. Excellent evolution. Excellent vibrations. Shifting points of view. Stirring up the pot of this room. Taking the shit and moving it all around to see ourselves as gods. How fucking awesome we are.
Yes.
It looks like Daniel's back. Thank you, Shvet.
Thank you.
You're welcome, baby.
All right, Electronica had asked to be on the list, but then disappeared again. And then Spirit has another question, and then Daniel.
Okay.
All right. So Spirit is in continuation of the previous question about integrating the now as self. He requires guidance as to why they're not accepting creepy crawlies such as cockroaches and large spiders.
Who's not accepting?
Spirit.
Oh, she's not accepting. Well, that's her choice. You got to look at them in a different way. Roxie has huge issues with cockroaches. She doesn't like them. They're like little monsters. She'll chase that bitch and kill it. She doesn't like cockroaches. And there was one in the shower this morning too. She was like, motherfucker! She doesn't like them, but she's learned to accept them. And they don't react the way they were before. She was a little bit cooler about it today. She's like, oh God, creepy crawler, shoo. But it's creation. It may take more what you call nows to accept that idea. You know, more of the unfamiliar ideas that not too many frequencies in your reality, creepy crawlers, they're there now and again. Humans are easy to accept as long as they fit your structure, so they're humans everywhere in your world. But the creepy crawlers aren't as accepting. Doesn't mean they're going to become more in your world as you accept them. They're just now acceptable. So that's a now practicum too. When you see them, whoa, okay, don't react. They're just a little bug. Let me look from their point of view. Oh God, they got these big antennae. Oh look, what I can feel with this big antenna. Oh, this is weird. All my legs are moving. What the fuck? Dude, this is really weird. I'm a bug. Because you can. Truly. That's all.
Yeah. I just want to say, it's not like you have to invite them up onto your lap.
Right.
You just look at them and say, your love, I love you, and then walk away.
Very good.
All right, Daniel, you're next.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes. Hello, Daniel.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, baby. How are you? Loaded
I'm
question.
Yeah, loaded question for sure. Because I could say fine, fine, but like in truth, it's like kind of like complete garbage, to be perfectly honest. Like, I mean, maybe not complete garbage, but like pretty not really feeling that, amazing at the moment. I mean,
awesome. So, in other words, you've left the idea in your world of not amazing into a world of shit. Not loving your nows. But that is you. So start to accept how you feel instead of regret how you feel or reject how you feel. To tell you the truth, I'm pretty fucking shitty. Be the shittiness. Because it's love, kid. Start to embrace what it is, and you'll feel different about it, but it can't be done through theory. Because as soon as you feel bad, you want to change, you want to escape, you want to avoid. Oh, this situation's coming. Damn, this sucks. I've got to do this to fix what's not broken. Its reality is. As soon as you accept feeling crappy or viewing something that doesn't jive with you as accepting all that is, doesn't mean you need to jump on board with it and go down that idea path of whatever that vibration. You don't have to become it literally. Someone is a murderer. Oh, I have to become a murderer. I accept I'm a murderer. No, bullshit. I accept all that is. Leave out the details, the definitions. So whatever is bugging the shit out of you, accept it. But this time, embrace it. Be the vibration of it. Pain, suffering, sorrow, angst, worry, frustration, fear, hope, gain, creation. Whatever vibration you are giving Embrace it, accept it fully. Because again, as Boba said, if you're separate, you want to go home, you must accept all that is. Because all that is in your mirror is you. It's only you that says it's not, which keeps you in that vibrational field. So you're over here having this awesome time, and in your nows you're choosing, and all of a sudden you see a now that doesn't look like that. And now I'm in polarity, and I'm evolutionary, so I must have polarity in that. So, okay, here's this over here. Here's this. I'm going to compare. Oh, yeah, that's right. This feels shitty. I get to feel shitty now. But you're actually feeling the entity fractal of shitty instead of the entity fractal of all that is. Instead of the idea fractal, I am all that is, incorporating the fractal into all that is. You following? I'm asking.
The very last sentence, I didn't quite, but
The last sentence. If you are, you fractalize to become all that is. So let the fractal be all that is to have no more idealized fractal. Let's put that way.
okay. So that's yeah, okay.
It is. It's so awesome.
It
so
is what it
awesome. Just accept. Accept it. Doesn't mean you have to be it. Again, it's like the idea of Bianca that had a question for Roxie yesterday. And it was about someone that gave her a whole bunch of negativity, told her you need to start being your truth and admit that you were this idea. And it was just all this idea, quote, negativity. So Bianca had a choice to let that vibration be the fear or to accept it. But she doesn't have to choose that she is that. She accepts the input. Oh, awesome. Thank you for your point of view. You're so beautiful. But it's not my truth. See, that's the self of the now. You accept all that is and you choose your now self. That wasn't her truth. So guess what? That goes away because she's not feeding it. Remember, if there's an act on Broadway and it keeps selling tickets, it'll stay there. Broadway will keep that show as its cash cow. But as soon as the idea of ticket sales start to diminish, they may start to make some changes to keep the ticket sales up. Okay, it's an act. It's a pretend land. So if you no longer buy tickets to that show's never in your world. So you're accepting it, but doesn't mean you have to buy the tickets to the show and keep it alive. Make sense?
So yeah, it's kind of I think it's making sense to me.
Yeah, there you go. It's starting to sink in without you trying to think about it. Be the idea of God and let it epiphanize in itself.
Yeah. Okay.
Beautiful. Cool.
All right, I'll let that sink in.
All right, baby. You good?
I think I just want to ask if there is anything else that my higher self might be trying to get through to me.
Okay, if you were literally, here's what he literally just said.
I can give more detail with it.
Okay, here's what he literally just said.
Sure.
I'm not trying, I am. You're the one not accepting my words. Ponder on that one. Go ahead, Dana.
Our last question is Johnny.
When Johnny come marching home again, hurrah.
All right.
What's up, Johnny?
What's up? So I got this funny, curious question. So let's say you're done with the channeling. Where do you go? What do you do? Yeah.
What does Sly do? Sly goes to the now that I choose.
So you just from place to place, from now to now?
Yes. It's like I'm here, and then I'm here, and then I'm here, and then I'm here. But I'm always here and now. Whenever you need a now or want a now that I'm there, I'm there. I'm never not there. No matter where I'm at, I'm always there in the here and now.
And do you have any certain preferences? Like, do you have hobbies or, movies that you love to watch? Or is it like everything you love?
It's whatever I choose in the now that I do love. But let's say we have an idea of teaching. We love to teach. We are much in the idea of teachers on many idea planetary systems. Different constructs of Sylvester teaching different ideas of evolutionary idea systems. I'm an evolutionary teacher, as in Boba is a non-evolutionary teacher.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right, very good.
Thank you so much. Love you.
You're welcome.
Svetlana, we got a couple more. Svetlana has a question, and then Lorraine has a question.
Short but sweet. So since we're talking about you, Sly, and you know I like past lives, can you tell us somebody that you used to be that we would know?
Oh, well, I spent time on Earth. Okay, I spent time on Earth, and I was a part of what you would call a Christ conscience, but not the known Christ conscience idea. We played out 3 dramas of the Christ conscience upon your combined timelines. But of course, they were more recent because you guys, for the first, 15 billion years, you couldn't even figure out what a God was until you allowed yourself through evolution to accept ideas beyond yourself, quote, gods. Okay, so that's with the introduction. So I was a part of the Christ conscience on the second idea of the Christ conscience, one of what you would call a disciple, but they were not disciples in the same way you think they are, but they were followers. So the Christ conscience that played out, a friend of mine, let's say a friend of mine that played the Christ conscience, I was part of his idea following. And it did not take much like the third one took. The third one took this one. But the first.
And what about the little kid in Boston? That's you. What's he gonna do?
What's he gonna do? Whatever he wants to do. He's riding a bicycle right now.
His ball's as big as yours?
Oh yeah, hairy too. Well, not in this now because he's still a little young.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, baby.
All right, Lorraine.
Where's my honey?
Hi.
Where is she? Hi, baby.
Although I always have a million questions, my friend Cheyenne is here.
Hi, Cheyenne.
Hey. I've been sending her your channel.
Classes?
Yeah, classes and different ones off the YouTube, just kind of introducing her. And she came by, so she said she has a question.
Shoot, baby. What do you got?
Oh my gosh. Well, I don't know how to trust because I just don't know how to fully trust, and I want to because I feel free when I do, but when it comes to financial stuff,
yes,
and just being fearful of
outcome.
Why?
It's outcome.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I got a job at Costco because I thought it would be more money, and it sucks ass. I hate it.
Very good. All right. So let's look at it from this point of view. You're afraid to trust because it's, let's say, unworthy, listen now, of humans to trust other than the authority, because that's the structure you were brought onto. So I want you all to imagine if you guys were not knowing any kind of an idea of a God. You had your leaders in your groups. You always trusted an idea. You were tribes, okay? Comfort in numbers, okay? So you always had an idea of someone you can trust to confide in. So you always went to others. And then we got this big thunderous God that told you, you guys suck. You guys are bad people because of this dickhead called Adam who fucked over the pooch, okay? Whatever. So that is the myth, and you're like, oh, I'm less than, and I got to work my way back up, and I'm not worthy of myself. Hence my trust. I cannot control my life truly. I have to give in to a higher authority. Although I take controlling aspects, and if there's enough controlling aspects that show me success, then I let go of the authority a little bit at a time. But when I get close to death, I'm scared shitless. That's the cycle of humanity until this whole awakening idea. All right, so a little background for you. So now the underlying tone in you is you want to be more of yourself. But what you're doing is dividing yourself against your heart, against what? The status quo, what you learned, your past very strong belief systems that say, in fear, in time, the worst is going to happen if you don't. So you got this job at Costco, it blows ass, success, right? Okay? And you want to leave, then do so. And be now about it, because here's what you don't know you have. A legion of heirs. Okay, you have an army. And it's called creation, and it's very large, and it'll always be there in the now for you when the idea now is perfect. So if you let go and start flowing love, okay, I want you to understand love. Love, love, love. Here's what you flow, okay? I'm an entity right here. Out of my 360-degree bubble of me right here as this fractal idea playing Roxie, okay, is flowing love outwardly like you are, all right? So it flows love, and then it reflects off of this idea of a mirror, and then I get to perceive it, okay? So if you are putting filters on that unconditional love, it's going to be whatever the filter of the past says. It's going to be an idea of this filter, if it's this situation, that it runs through this idea, or if it runs through this idea, it must be this. Okay, whatever the situation that you're interpreting based off of the past puts the filter into place, hence gives you reality of consistency. Okay, giving validation to time, getting validation to the self of separation. Okay, and to let go of that is scarier than shit. So here's what you do. You trust the now. And the now says this. The now says, I don't want to fucking go to work. I hate it. Then do that. And then vulnerability comes in, okay? To trust and know that all of creation is there for you, your legion of heirs that will give you and present. And all of a sudden, if you be the now and not take action on the fear, I need to get a job, I should do this, what about my bills, I need to sell this, I need to ask for money. No, you don't. You don't need to do shit. Because if you don't, the miracles come so much faster. There's a testament with the idea of Lorraine in the channeling classes and slice classes that we've had several in participation who walked away from the idea of needing to prevent creation and allowed it, and they got scared shitless. But every miracle came. Every single miracle came for these people because it's what you are. All of creation says here. You're the one that says no. And that's the separated self. But now you're becoming the whole self. Scary? Fuck yeah. But you have support. You got me. I'm right here. Hi. You got Roxie now. Of course. Why not? Because you're now a God being offered. Here, take what you want. You got Lorraine. You got us all. It's only you that deny us in the now. That play with time to see what you don't have. But I guarantee you, if you pay attention to the now, you will always have everything you need in the now. You always have food and shelter. But then that even stirs an idea, well, if I only have food and shelter, that's a pretty shitty life. That's time. It's only going to get better. More miracles come. Things you get all the time, more and more, to allow yourself to experience life. Make sense?
Yeah.
Roxie loves clothes. Oh, she's shopaholic. Loves it. And guess what? She creates more reasons for her to do that. She gives herself the support to do that. Why? Because she's God. So whatever you want to do, you can make a life at. This is Roxie's life. She channels. And channeling gives her all the nows to play with. But channeling is not her job, it's her passion. That's why there's no qualms about ever time being here, doing this and do that. Shopping is Roxie's Olympic sport. Funny, Tommy. So does that make sense, baby?
Yes, thank you so
But
much.
we can't do it for you. And listen, you got to trust at one time, just one time, small one, little one, okay? That you're God. And take the action that your heart says and watch the miracles. Don't judge it on the way. If you're fucking with time, then you know you're messing with time. It's now okay now. It's okay now. I quit. Okay, what now? I don't know. And then all of a sudden, people show up in your lives and they're like, hey, what about this? And you're like, oh, that would be fun. And then go. It doesn't have to be permanent there, because that could lead to this, lead to this, lead to this. You don't have to be a career. You don't have to be one thing. You can be the unknown God. That's what you get to be. Not all wanderers are lost. And we're not saying you're going to be a wanderer, but you can be whatever the fuck you want. Don't put a structure on what you're supposed to be in this world, because that in and of itself will collapse, because that's limited.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome, baby. Thanks for joining in. We'll see you in class sometime.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Dana?
That's all we got.
Yes, Roxy needs to take a tink and have a nice cigarette anyway. All right, guys. So I'm going to bring Miss Roxy back. I love you guys. And I'm going to put in the chat again for Roxy. That is the donation idea on her homepage. Donate if you choose. She wants to be Santa for Christmas. She loves being Santa. So do as you choose. We'll see you in the next now. Everyone out there on YouTube, thanks for joining in. If you care to donate, there's a little banner above. You can donate if you choose. If you care to join in on any of the conversations, email us. Want to know what's going on with yourself? Don't hesitate to reach out. Up here, too. We're always there. I love you guys. Bye.
Love you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Hi, guys. Yay. Oh, that was fun. Good stuff, everybody?
Good job.
Awesome.
Yeah. That was awesome. How long is it? Oh, an hour 30. Oh, 1:30? I didn't even tell. So almost 2 hours? Almost 3 hours. Almost 3 hours. Good. Yeah, good times, guys. So, yeah. So I'm going to go tink. If you guys want to unmute and just shoot the shit for a while, I'm going to go tink. And again, if you guys leave, I love you guys. Thanks for coming in. And I'll be right back.
Love you, Roxy.
Love you.
Good job, Millie.
Thanks, Mill.
Oh, there's Dawn.
Thank you. Yeah, you did a great job.
Hey, Roxy.
Hi, sweetie. I'm going to mute myself. I don't want you to hear me go tink. Hang on.
I don't want to hear you go ting ting.
Oh, yes, you do. No, I'm kidding.
Good job, Dana. Good job.
Hey,
Dana.
Mark.
Hey. Hey, I've
Hey,
got
Doreen.
Can I make let me make a comment real quick for those who are still here. So I'm part of Sly's class. I guess this is a testimony. A lot of our questions are about separation, and we're looking at the screen and we're all in our little boxes. And through these classes, I've learned to transcend my separate self into my whole self. So during this whole conversation, I was with you, your higher selves, and we're asking the questions of each other, if you can get that. All the questions that you were asking were you through me and me through you, accessing the whole self. It's a pretty awesome thing that happens as a result of Sly's training and you being Sly and Sly being you. And here's a really cool thing. Through these classes, I've learned that I'm a teacher for the Pleiadians, Cantor, and you are actually teaching through me to the Pleiadians as well.
Oh, yeah.
So how freaking awesome is that? And there's some of you who are Pleiadians as well. And then it goes on and on and on and opens as you trust yourself, as you love yourself. And that's the message of the dragon. The message is love thyself. And when you do that, it just gets really cool, really fast.
So much comes, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, and here's another story, and this is I'm trying to be real humble here. It's just you guys can all do this. I jumped timelines as far as money, $36,000 check.
I know, isn't that so funny? You left it on another timeline.
I left it on another timeline, came out of nowhere, and here's the really cool thing. I didn't receive it then. I'm going to receive it later this month because I still had stuff to deal with in the now. I didn't understand why, but it's so perfect. It's so perfect.
Now that is cool.
Yeah, and that's
because you know it's there, and now you're realizing what about yourself it was still separated, so you took the nows to do that.
exactly.
How fucking perfect is that?
Oh, it's perfect.
Yeah.
And that's small. I mean, $36,000 compared to the love, compared to the self, the trust that Lorraine's friend was talking about.
Yeah.
It's price. That's all the physical stuff is little small potatoes.
The
It's really
freedom
amazing.
is priceless. The freedom. Oh, oh yeah.
And you wouldn't be hearing this if you weren't creating it. You wouldn't be hearing this if you weren't creating it right now. That's cool stuff. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you all.
For sharing that. I was just,
Thank
I
you.
was just, that was in my mind. I was just hoping someone would share something from the class.
Well, there you go. Look at that.
I know you said it. Your higher self said it. You all said it.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're tuning into the conversations all of our higher selves are together right now having. And we're just bringing it down here like in time. I love it. Oh my goodness.
I have to say, Mark, as well. I'm in the class, Sly's class. We're in there twice a day sometimes. The difference it's made in my life has been unbelievable, especially just the love, the allowance, the letting everything be, and just I have no words for the love I feel for everybody here, and I am where I am. I'm not where Mark is. I am where I need to be, and I've allowed myself that there is no more judgment of who I am and where I need to be. I am okay where I am, and that's the love that you feel, and it's amazing.
Well, Dawn, you've gone silent, so I will continue on that note because everything, like Dawn was saying about, where she is in her path, where Mark is in their path, there's a full acceptance from everybody in that class of just exactly where everybody is. And it's just so, such a great place to be in life where you don't have to have any kind of worry of value about what people are thinking about you, or you just know you're fully accepted. Everybody just fully is in love with each other. It's incredible.
Yay.
Because we are each other. When you realize that's a mind blower. It's like, oh boy, how can I not accept myself when I'm viewing myself from a different perspective of myself? It's awesome stuff.
And now it's even more so. Hello, Opal. And now it's even more so how much that idea that we really love ourselves, that we literally are talking to ourselves as a different context now. I mean, we literally are that we see, literally. And that's becoming more palatable, more okay, more I'm good with this, more accepting of it. And it just leads to so much fucking freedom. I love it.
Yeah, because even out of class, like when I'm with people, I have no judgment anymore. It's awesome. Or if somebody tries to, put judgment into the conversation or something like that, I don't care. What are you talking about?
It's like whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's awesome.
So guys, I'm gonna head out. You guys can stay in here as long as you want. The room is open. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go to Starbucks. I want an eggnog latte. A nice eggnog latte. Walk around the mall a little bit, see people, watch them interact. Oh, I love it.
Love you all. I'm taking off myself. This was awesome. Thanks, Rox.
Yeah, thank you, Roxanne.
I love everyone. What's up, Lorraine?
I just want to say thank you very, very much.
You're welcome. I love you all. Mwah. We'll see you in the next now. Bye.
Bye. Take care.